When you have eggplants as big as toddlers' heads, you make baba ganoush. To make baba ganoush, fire up your barbecue and throw them on there. You can also cook them in the oven if you want to. I like the barbecue, gives them a bit more of a smoky taste. And you got to cook them for probably 15-20 minutes on each side, just on a low heat. You only have to flip them once. Those skinnier eggplants, I cooked those a little bit too much this time around, so you can cook those significantly less, but those larger ones, they all cook pretty similarly. So when they are done, the skin will separate from the flesh on the inside a little bit. You'll be able to tell. And there'll be quite a lot of liquid in there. So when you pick them up, just be ready with like a tray or a bowl before you bring them inside. And be wary too, because they take a long time to cool down and they're just like scaldingly hot for quite a while. So I usually turn the barbecue off and just let them sit there for like an hour till they're totally cooled down before I even really deal with them. Okay, so this part doesn't take too long. You can see what the eggplant looks like. They're really oily at this point in time. So I put these on a tray because you can see just how much oil is dripping off these things. Part of what makes the eggplant so delicious, right? So anyways, I just cut them in half. And once you got it in half, I take a big metal spoon, and even when they're really cooked, you know, like the rest of this is just fall apart. But this part right here at the top by the stem, I just go in like that because it stays together a little better than the rest of the eggplant. And then I just scrape right to the skin. I don't want any of that skin in the baba ganoush, so anything that falls in, I just pick out if it does. And I like to scrape the skin because a lot of the oil is right on the skin. I want as much of that in there as possible because that's where the flavor is. So again, I cut in at the top, and sometimes it disassembles like this. That's fine, it doesn't matter. Just scrape it all off. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these eggplants, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright, you can see here I got all the eggplants separated. You can see how much liquid was in there. Tons of stuff going on there. It looks like a big thing of squid. It's crazy what it looks like. Tahini, if you've never used tahini before, there's a ton of oil on the top. And so we use a chopstick to stir it because you really got to mix it up good before you use it. There's no way around it, otherwise it's like two completely different substances, so make sure you mix it up good. So the next step is to add some garlic. I'm not going to throw all this garlic in here, I'm just going to keep adding it to taste. We usually make the baba ganoush just by adding things until we feel like we got the right mix going on. So next in garlic, I'm also going to put some tahini in here and some lemon juice. So this is the final product. Use the immersion blender to put it into a pretty fine consistency. It really doesn't take very long at all to get it all mixed up. It goes together really quick. Got some empty containers now that it's gonna go into and then go into storage in the freezer. So you should definitely try this if you got a bunch of eggplants and you can't keep up with their production. Make some baba ganoush, and then you can enjoy it in the wintertime. Do you have a recipe of yours that you like to use for freezing up some of your summer harvest? Let us know down below in the comments. And click subscribe to see more videos of us in the future, etc. Just gonna